All right, everyone, welcome. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on this awesome math shortcut that's been hiding in plain sight. Seriously, this isn't just some random trick. It's a whole new way of looking at algebra that's going to turn tough problems into something you can solve right in your head. So let's jump in. Okay, let's get those brains warmed up. Here's a quick challenge for you. Do this in your head. No calculators allowed. Ready? What is 31 times 29? Go ahead. Take a second. Got an answer? And the answer is $8.99. If you got that, awesome job. And hey, if you didn't, no worries at all, because you're about to learn this super cool technique that makes problems just like this an absolute breeze. So here's the thing. The secret isn't about being some kind of math wizard or a human calculator. It's all about seeing the pattern. See, 31 times 29 is really just 30 plus 1 times 30 minus 1. And that little structure, that's our secret weapon. So what did we just use, that little shortcut? That's a perfect example of what's called a polynomial identity. Now, I want you to think of these things as like the unbreakable laws of algebra. They're the cheat codes that are already built right into the system. So what in the world is a polynomial identity? Well, it's a special kind of equation that is true for any value you decide to plug into it. It's not just true sometimes, it's true all the time. It's a universal truth in math, and learning them is like getting a backstage pass to making complicated stuff simple. We're going to really dig in and master two of the most useful identities out there. And you know, the best way to really get them isn't just to stare at letters and numbers. We need to start seeing them as shapes. Yep, you heard me right. We are going to turn these abstract formulas into actual pictures. This is where it all clicks. Trust me. This is where you get that aha moment, and you finally see what's really going on behind the scenes. First up, the perfect square trinomial. This is the really cool pattern that shows up whenever you square a binomial. And binomial is just a fancy way of saying an expression with two terms. You know, like a plus b. Okay, let's actually build this thing in our heads. Picture a big square, right? And each side of that square is a plus b long. So what's the total area? Easy. It's a plus b squared. But now let's look inside that square. We can break it up into smaller pieces. You've got one square that's a by a, another little one that's b by b, and then you've got these two rectangles, and each of those is a by b. And here it is, the big connection. This formula isn't just a random bunch of letters you have to memorize. It's a perfect description of the area of that square we just imagined. You've got the a squared piece, the b squared piece, and those two AB rectangles. The algebra and the picture are telling the exact same story. Okay, let's move on to our second big identity, the one that was the secret to that puzzle at the very beginning. This one's called the difference of squares. The magic of this identity is what happens when you multiply it out. You see those middle terms, the positive AB and the negative AB? They are perfectly designed to cancel each other out. They just vanish every single time. And this is our shortcut. All you're left with is the first thing squared minus the second thing squared. So think back to our puzzle. 30 plus 1 times 30 minus 1. That just becomes 30 squared, which is 900, minus 1 squared, which is 1. The answer? $8.99. See how easy that is? Okay, let's put these two power tools right next to each other. Look really close here. The perfect square trinomial, it always has that middle piece, that 2ab, but in the difference of squares, poof, that middle term is gone. It canceled itself out. And knowing which pattern you're looking at, that is everything. That's the absolute key to getting it right. And now we get to the question every math student has asked since the dawn of time. When am I ever going to use this? Well, you'd be surprised. These patterns are everywhere, especially when you're designing or planning something. All right, let's pretend we're city planners for a minute. So, step 1, the total area of the park and the new walkway is the new side length, s plus 2w squared. Simple enough. Step 2, we know the original park's area is just s squared. So for step 3, to find the area of just the walkway, you subtract the park from the total area. And now, look at step 4. What do you see? You've got something squared minus something else squared. Bam! That is our difference of squares identity, right there in a real-world problem. You know, one of the best ways to prove you've really, truly mastered something is to find the mistake in someone else's work. It really forces you to think precisely. Okay, your turn to be the teacher. A student handed this in as their answer for expanding 2a minus 3b squared. Take a really close look. Can you see what they did wrong? Did you see it? Over on the left, the student walked right into a classic trap. They used the difference of squares pattern. But this isn't a plus b times a minus b, is it? It's a whole thing being squared. That means it has to be a perfect square trinomial, and they completely forgot about that super important middle term, which you can see right there in the correct solution. And this is exactly why recognizing the pattern is so important. It's not just about being fast, it's about being accurate. That middle negative 2ab term is a crucial part of the perfect square trinomial pattern. You can't just leave it out. Spotting the correct pattern from the get-go is what saves you from making these common mistakes. So, as we wrap up, I want you to think about this question. What was the big aha moment for you today? What was that key connection you made between the pictures of the squares and the algebraic formulas? Because that connection is what real math is all about. It's not about memorizing a bunch of rules. It's about seeing the beautiful, logical structures that hold everything together. Keep looking for those patterns. You all did great today.